Maybe you are the archaeologist of the spirit. Timelines of generations, empathy, agency, therapy, gravestones carry trauma. I'm willing to sit with it. Therapists of deep time, questions, why? We forget everyone can ask that question. When does 1 equals 25? When you're an archaeologist. Mistakes can be keys, mind maps are magic, knowledge should be access to all areas. Silent disco in Jane Austen's room. Don't suck the life out of aspirations, use Lego to deal with it. Heritage is different to every person on the planet. The Viking belongs to us all. The pen and the shovel, it is the same thing. What do you pass on? What do you bury? I wear my bling daily. I call on conservation. Preservation, purpose, longevity. Where do I belong? Mobilize me, enjoy me. No reaction without interaction. Science says so. Pass me access through the barricade. I want a piece of the damage. Dent has a story. Who are you going to call? Zero risk, buzz bias. You've got to deploy the jetpack from the time to time. You've got to deploy the jetpack from time to time. Things can go right more than they go wrong. Port Talbot's pollution, tangible and intangible authenticity. Just stop looting Welsh assets. Recognise access and ask questions, risk consequences, take them by the horns, don't be a naysayer. Conversation, dyslexic brain, mistake equals conservation, Cassandra. Conversation, dyslexic brain, mistake equals conservation, conservation, Cassandra curses. Whose values are we loading? What stories are we preserving? We don't want to fix away. We don't want to fix away that you've been engaging, passed down generations, loved, continued, evolved. But not the clock that stopped. The story of the object that holds us in time, a vessel for loss, scars, a way to anchor and release, a day. Future generations means all, co-create, sit on the sofa, things don't last forever, use them meaningfully, transcend, power to the people, share risk is probably best. Shared 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 risk is probably 1,000 fingerprints, 1,000 voices, 2,000 years ago, diverse workforce. We are who we are. Distribute that dear, rich narrative, cultural history, goddesses of hunting, non-biased, virtuous venison, climate, carbon, kicking. Pulling in people, Saxon settlement, spellbounding, TikTok tactics, artifacts, access, purposeful preservation, platforms for participation, prestigious purpose, demystify, diversify, dare, dream. Rue, the thing she said about holding the thing that no one had found for thousands and thousands of years, I thought I'd have a break to ask her about it, so just use your remembrance. Announce, proud, you are an archaeologist. To change the children, give them the change, they'll be the change. Yak attack, unique, deep. Yak attack, unique, deep. Ritual through a contemporary lens. Art is archaeology, archaeology is art. This stuff makes me proud. These spaces are safe. People change their own lives when you give them this. Give us options, insights, access. We can reimagine futures, find freedoms, focus, fire. We won't forget constants, call-ins, contentment. A lot, a lot, a lot. Uplift, assets, indigenous, invitations, kick off for Kieran. Cadw, public engagement, participation pushing. Cadw. Diolch yn fawr.